Kelsey. Are you guys good? Are you guys friends?
Ryan, can I have a
How come
selfie?
he unfollowed you? Ryan, how come Travis Kelsey unfollowed you? Is there a problem? You guys are good?
Ryan, can you get free guys? Take a movie.
It's my birthday, May 1st. Can I get a photo with you, Ryan? It's my birthday.
Ryan,
Whose pen is this?
mine right here.
Are you and Travis Kelsey still friends?
You guys won't believe what's going down. Taylor Swift's name is back in the headlines, and she is not thrilled about it. This time, it's tangled up in the explosive legal mess between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Things were already chaotic, but now, his legal team just dragged Taylor into the courtroom drama, and it's getting wilder by the minute. Word on the street is Blake Lively might have been trying to pull some strings behind the scenes, allegedly asking Taylor Swift to back her up in the lawsuit against Justin. That's right. Blake's now facing serious heat for reportedly reaching out to Taylor to publicly support her in this messy situation. The whole thing started when Blake accused Justin of inappropriate behavior while filming It Ends With Us. And let's just say, it didn't stop there. Justin clapped back hard with a defamation countersuit, naming not only Blake, but also her husband Ryan Reynolds and their publicist Leslie Sloan. Yep, he's coming for all of them. For weeks, people have been whispering about Taylor Swift possibly being connected to all this, but now it's official. Her name's right there in the legal docs. She's been subpoenaed. And get this, the reason she's being dragged in? It all links back to a specific scene in the film. Last week, I posted about this twist, and now more details are spilling out fast. The drama's getting deeper by the second. So here's where it gets even more twisted. Blake Lively reportedly rewrote a key scene for the film, and not just any scene, but the rooftop moment. According to Justin, during a private meeting at Blake's fancy penthouse, both Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift were there hyping her version up. Justin's basically saying she used their star power to push her script rewrite, like, look, these two A-listers love it, so you should too. The vibe? Justin felt like he was being pressured by some major Hollywood muscle. Imagine being told, Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds think it's amazing. That's a huge flex, right? But here's where Taylor's team stepped in to clear the air. Last week, they confirmed the subpoena, but stressed hard that Taylor had zero involvement in the film's creative side. The only thing she contributed was letting them use her haunting track, My Tears Ricochet. That's it. Her reps even slammed the subpoena, calling it nothing more than a desperate publicity stunt. Till, if the court pushes forward, Taylor could be forced to testify, give a deposition, or even hand over private docs. And fans? Oh, they've been putting the pieces together, fast. Especially after something weird went down online. People noticed Taylor's man, Travis Kelsey, unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. That move did not go unnoticed. Suddenly, everyone's asking, wait, are they beefing? Are Blake and Taylor still tight? What happened on her birthday? The internet's in full-blown detective mode trying to figure out if this celeb friend group is falling apart right in front of us. People online are spiraling with questions. Why did Travis Kelsey unfollow Ryan Reynolds? Is there drama? Are y'all even still friends? One fan even dropped this wild message. My birthday's May 1st. Can I get a follow back? Confusion is real. Folks were name-dropping Ryan, even mixing him up. Who's Brian? Brian's here? Ryan, Travis, are y'all still cool? That's how messy it's gotten. Everyone knows Taylor Swift tries her best to stay out of drama like this. She avoids the spotlight when it's about beef, not music. And her publicist? They never step in unless the situation's heating up for real. So when they actually dropped a statement, fans were like, wait, are Taylor and Blake even on good terms anymore? And now, even more jaw-dropping details are leaking out about what's been going on behind the scenes between Blake and Taylor. This week, Justin Baldoni's powerhouse attorney, Brian Friedman, went full throttle. First, he hit the judge with a letter. Then came an affidavit packed with bombshells. According to the legal docs, Blake allegedly pressured Taylor to back her up publicly. But that's not all. Justin's lawyer is claiming that Blake's team even threatened to leak 10 years' worth of Taylor's private messages if she didn't play along. 10 years. If that's true, it's a whole new level of betrayal. Fans are in shock, wondering how deep this goes and who they can even trust in this tangled A-list mess. So here's the tea. Blake Lively allegedly wanted Taylor Swift to show public support because she wasn't at this year's Super Bowl. Even though Taylor was out there with Travis Kelce, Blake skipped the event. And now it seems like she still wanted the world to think everything was cool between them. She didn't want people guessing there was distance, so the pressure for Taylor to back her publicly? Allegedly, it was on. To People magazine, Justin Baldoni's lawyer Brian Friedman went all in on May 14th, sending a letter to Judge Louis J. Lehman. In it, he claimed that a source, who he says is super credible, told him that Blake's legal team tried to pull a power move. Allegedly, they made threats to Taylor's lawyers, pushing for a public statement from Taylor supporting Blake. And it didn't stop there. He called it straight-up extortion. Now, Blake's attorney, Mike, he wasn't having it. He clapped back immediately, dismissing the whole thing as hearsay and accusing Friedman of using the court just to pull a media stunt. Blake's team fired off another letter, demanding the judge toss Friedman's claims, accusing him of trying to sneak scandalous and damaging accusations into the public eye by exploiting the court system. But guess what? That didn't slow Friedman down one bit. On Thursday, May 15th, he hit back again, this time with a signed affidavit filed under penalty of perjury. Yeah, he's not playing. He doubled down, saying he spoke for an hour on Valentine's Day, February 14th, with someone he described as being very closely connected to Taylor Swift. And no, he still didn't drop the name, but the fact that it's someone that close to Taylor? That has fans buzzing. What was really said on that call? What does this insider actually know? This whole case is spiraling into a celebrity legal showdown like we've never seen before. Now let's get into the exact words from Brian Friedman's affidavit. And they're straight up shocking. In the document, he states that on February 14, 2025, he got a voicemail from someone deeply tied to Taylor Swift. He called them back the same day and had a phone conversation that lasted nearly an hour. While he chose not to reveal who this person is out of respect, he made it clear, if the court tells him to drop the name, he will. During that phone call, the mystery insider dropped some serious allegations. They said that J. Douglas Baldridge, Taylor Swift's attorney and a partner at Venable LLP, was allegedly contacted by Michael Gottlieb, the lawyer repping Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And get this, according to the call, Gottlieb supposedly asked on behalf of Blake for Taylor to post a statement on social media backing Blake up. The timing? Right after the Super Bowl, which Blake didn't attend. But here's the jaw-dropper. This same source claims that Blake's lawyer told Taylor's team that if she didn't show support, Blake would leak 10 years of private texts between her and Taylor. That's next-level intense. According to what Friedman was told, Taylor's attorney was so stunned he straight up called it extortion and hung up the phone. And there's more. During that same Valentine's Day call, the source also said that months before all this went down, Blake allegedly asked Taylor to delete their text messages. That's right. Person on the call claimed that 4 or 5 months earlier, Blake wanted all those private convos wiped clean. Why would someone make a request like that unless they were trying to cover their tracks? This isn't just Hollywood gossip anymore. It's giving courtroom thriller with a twist of betrayal. If even half of this is true, it's going to rock their whole circle to the core. And it doesn't stop there. Brian Friedman added even more fire to the blaze. He revealed that he was first connected to this unnamed insider through a mutual friend. That friend told him the individual wanted to talk, and ever since February 14th, they've had multiple phone calls. So this wasn't just a one-time thing. There's been an ongoing back and forth with someone super close to Taylor Swift. In one of those later conversations, the source reportedly told Friedman that Taylor's lawyer, J. Douglas Baldridge, actually followed up that wild phone call with a written message to Blake's attorney, Michael Gottlieb. Yeah, he put it in writing. And it didn't end there. Friedman's office fired off a subpoena to Venable LLP, the firm repping Taylor, to get their hands on that exact written communication. They want the proof. And Friedman isn't playing games. He wrapped up his affidavit with a serious legal declaration. Under penalty of perjury, he swore that everything he said was true and accurate to the best of his knowledge. He's staking his name on it. Now seriously, how insane is all this? Justin Baldoni's lawyer is saying he's not backing down. He's standing by every word. He's basically saying, I've got the receipts. I know this happened. And if this is true, then wow. The idea that Blake Lively might have threatened to leak 10 years of private texts just to get Taylor to say, "We're cool," on social media? That's next level. And the big question on everyone's mind: what's in those texts? What could possibly be sitting in 10 years of Taylor and Blake's private convos that's so explosive Blake would allegedly use it as leverage? Are we talking about behind-the-scenes secrets, career moves, private moments from the Reputation era? The Swiftie world is spinning right now, and this drama is straight out of a movie. Like, seriously, what are we even talking about here? If Blake really tried to leak Taylor's private texts, the backlash would be insane. Everyone knows Taylor values her privacy. She doesn't post unless she wants to, she keeps her inner circle tight, and she stays far from messy headlines when she can. So why would anyone risk blowing all that up? What would Blake even gain from doing this? If anything, it would make her look way worse in the public eye. Her image has already taken some hits, and going after Taylor Swift? That's a move that could totally tank her reputation. Unless those messages show Taylor in some kind of horrible light, this whole alleged plan makes zero sense. But even if the texts had drama, why would Blake want to put that out there? That's crossing the line from damage control into full-blown sabotage. And here's the wild part. Brian Friedman's letter also brings up Blake supposedly asking Taylor to delete their messages. Like, hold up, you're allegedly threatening to leak them and telling her to delete them? That makes no sense. One second it's post for me or I'll drop the receipts. The next it's wipe the texts. What game is being played here? Every single week, this case gets wilder. The twists don't stop. And now there's a legal twist too. Judge Lehman just made a big move. He granted Blake's motion to strike Brian Friedman's latest filing from the record. Yeah, the judge said it was improper and irrelevant, basically tossing it out. But not just that, he gave a warning too. So now we've got courtroom drama, public fallout, possible message leaks, and a judge telling people to cool it. And we're still not at the end of this ride. What's next? Who's gonna break silence first? Because this story's heating up fast, and it's nowhere near over. The judge didn't hold back. He straight up warned that any future misuse of the court's docket could lead to sanctions. That's serious. This entire situation is spiraling out of control, and you just know Taylor Swift has to be fuming behind the scenes. Imagine just chilling at home, minding your business, and then boom, your name gets dragged through the mud because of someone else's lawsuit. All because you were once tight with Blake Lively, or maybe used to be. Who even knows where their friendship stands now? Honestly, I want to believe this whole thing isn't real. I want to think there's no way Blake would pull something like this. But Brian Friedman is out here putting his name and reputation on the line, doubling down and swearing under penalty of perjury that everything he's claiming is true. Like what? And while all of that is unfolding, we've got another Hollywood name unintentionally caught in the chaos: Scarlett Johansson. Yep, we gotta talk about her too. She's probably regretting her connection to Wayfair Studios right about now. Why? Because her new film, her directorial debut no less, is being produced by them. And guess what? Wayfair Studios is the same company tied up in all this noise involving Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds. Scarlett already has to deal with the awkwardness of promoting a film made by a company caught in controversy. And now throw in the fact that her ex, Ryan Reynolds, is involved in the drama too? Yikes. That's a PR nightmare waiting to happen. No one wants to be answering questions about their ex while trying to talk about their big career moment, especially not when the questions come loaded with legal tension and potential scandals. And with all this heat surrounding Wayfair Studios, Scarlett's name is now circling in the headlines right next to this messy lawsuit. The timing couldn't be worse. Scarlett Johansson's new film Eleanor the Great is gearing up for its big premiere at the Cannes Film Festival, but the timing? Total chaos. The movie was produced by none other than Wayfair Studios, the same company now tangled up in the massive lawsuit between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. And to make things even messier, Scarlett's ex-husband is none other than Ryan Reynolds, Blake's current husband. Scarlett and Ryan were married from 2008 to 2011, and shortly after their split, Ryan married Blake in 2012. That timeline has had people side-eyeing it for years. especially since rumors have long swirled about something possibly going down during the filming of Green Lantern in 2010. Fans have speculated whether Ryan might have cheated on Scarlett with Blake back then. Now, let's be real, there's no solid proof that any cheating happened. Nothing confirmed, but the whispers never really went away. Couple announced their separation in 2010, and by October 2011, Ryan and Blake were already going public as a couple. That quick transition raised eyebrows. And now that Scarlett's working with Wayfair, all that old gossip is resurfacing like wildfire. People have been all over Scarlett with questions. Reporters are asking how she feels about the ongoing lawsuit and what it was like working with Wayfair, especially since Blake allegedly had such a rough experience with them. The whole thing's become a giant awkward storm of past and present clashing. But Scarlett? She's keeping it cool. According to the Wrap, she made it clear. She's never even met Justin Baldoni, so while the drama rages on, she's trying to stay far from it, even as the press keeps tying her name to the chaos. Still, with her movie premiering during all this heat, you already know the headlines are going to be relentless. Scarlett Johansson recently confirmed she's never even met Justin Baldoni, the co-founder of Wayfair Studios, the same studio backing her upcoming film, Eleanor the Great. Still, even she had to admit the timing of their creative partnership is wild. With all the drama exploding around Blake Lively, Justin, Ryan Reynolds, and now Taylor Swift, Scarlett's stuck in the middle of a media storm she never signed up for. She spoke out and said that Wayfair was super supportive during the whole filming process, but yeah, even she couldn't deny it's just plain awkward. Such weird timing, she said. Truly, how could it not be? Her directorial debut is about to hit Cannes, and instead of celebrating, she's fielding questions about lawsuits, exes, and behind-the-scenes chaos. And honestly, every week this saga takes a whole new turn. First it's Blake versus Justin, then Taylor's name drops. Now Scarlett's tied to the mess just by association. It's like the drama refuses to slow down, and nobody saw it coming. But let's talk about the part that's got everyone's jaw on the floor. Do you think Blake really threatened Taylor Swift just to get her to post on social media? Like, is that something a close friend would even think about doing? Or is there more to the story we haven't seen yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything. And thank you for always riding through this messy celeb chaos with me. You already know I've got more updates coming because let's be real, this story's not cooling down anytime soon. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.